In a recent interview with Glamour magazine, Amal Clooney revealed that she and husband George Clooney have a strict no-phone policy in their home. They ask visitors to put their phones in a basket. She says it helps to keep guests focused and in the moment, and that privacy concerns over their twins play a part in this too. So is a no-phone policy a good idea?
I think it's a great idea. I had a friend that had a tech basket. Whenever the kids that were of age to have smartphones would come in, they had to drop them in this basket. Now, I'm not quite there yet, but I fully support this. Having read Jonathan Haidt's Anxious Generation, we see the damage screens are doing to kids. It used to be play-based childhoods, and now we've thrown them on screens. So if you come into my house, you'll have access to your phone if you need to call your mom. And there was a time where we didn't have phones at all, and you just dialed up
the old
like
rotary
this.
phone.
So you're gonna be safe and fine, and if you need to take a call, step away. I won't keep it from you, but we're not doing it in our house.
And I love it for adults too, because we always say, I talk about the concerns for kids, but I am addicted to my phone and I am an adult. And I find that the most fun that I'm having with friends, I'm not looking at my phone, I'm not documenting it for social media. So I kind of like, not necessarily an enforced rule, but just having it as an option that it's we're gonna be totally present. If it's a family get together, if it's friends coming over, doesn't mean if you need to reach someone, you can't, but it's you're gonna be present with the people with you. And then I think the privacy angle is important because we've talked about how there's kids these days who their parents are documenting their lives from childhood before they've really gotten a chance to consent if that's what they want, if they want this huge social media footprint before they're 13 years old. So I kind of like having some guardrails in place.
So right before the pandemic, my last hurrah before the pandemic, I was having dinner at a restaurant in Miami with a friend of mine, and all of a sudden these shots of tequila starts showing up, and we don't know where they're coming from. There's manna from heaven. And then from a back room, a private dining room, pops out Pitbull, who was friends with the person I was having dinner with. And everybody pops up their phone and starts taking pictures of Pitbull. And he asked them very nicely to put the phones away so that he could have a moment of privacy with his friends. And I just heard an interview from Pitbull saying that they asked him about why his kids are not on social media and why we never see him with his kids. And he said, because I love them, I protect them. And I want them to have a normal childhood. I want them to have innocence. They are children right now. If in the future they want to tell people that they are my children, that is up to them. But with what's on social media now, all the hatred, all the criticism that they would get, I don't want to do that to them. If they want to do it to themselves when they're grown up, that's up to them.
It's so smart. It's such a smart thing. I liken this to Michelle Obama's attempt to really shield her children. I mean, if you think about it, they had to be in the public eye because they were living in the White House. But she really limited the access to them. She limited pictures being taken of them. She was able to provide somewhat of a cocoon for them with her mother as well. And I think that is why they are just seem to be much more socially adjusted than a lot of the kids that unfortunately are experiencing this social media hatred and that sort of thing. So I think for a couple for any couple, but especially for George Clooney and Amal, I mean, this is a lot of it, I think, is for the privacy aspect of it, so that
and also,
they have
people
that.
taking pictures of your stuff. I ask people that when they come to I used to have great Christmas parties and great gatherings, and I could say to people, please don't take...
What happened to those?
We like those. We enjoyed those parties, Whoopi.
I know you did.
That's a lot of work, too, though.
But as you know, after my brother passed, I just couldn't get myself together to do them. But we always had photographers.
You did.
And I would always say to people, please don't take pictures of my house, but you can take, you can take a picture in front of something, but just don't put it anywhere.
And in a snow globe.
The snow globe. We did some great stuff, and people were very, very good. And as far as the kids go, if you take them out, you have to know that there's a chance they could get photographed. So when my oldest granddaughter was born, my daughter's friends who were young, because my kid was very young when she had her first kid, were getting paid by people like some of the rag magazines would pay their friends. And so when she had her daughter, we had to go into brain mode because they were offering them $200-300 a picture for a picture. And I asked the folks at the Gap, and thank God for the Gap, man, if they would take a photograph of the kid and me, because they had asked me to be part of their thing. And I
And your
said,
mom,
I
too,
will
is
do it.
very
Yeah,
nice.
it's my mother, my daughter, and my granddaughter, all in this photograph, which thank God they did it because it stopped all of
And,
that.
and that was
from being-
$300 35 years ago. So it would be the equivalent of
Well,
Yeah.
10,000 bucks now.
Yeah.
It's, you know, the difference between then and now is you had time. Somebody said, this is what's coming.
Yes.
You could kind of get in front of it. Now you can't.
No.
Because by the time someone finishes telling you,
Yeah.
it's already around the world 3 or
Yeah.
4 times. So it's a very different world. And if people are coming in your house, you have every right to say,
Absolutely.
listen, please don't bring this in.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't want to think that maybe you took a picture, that maybe you did. I don't want to blame you.
Yeah.
If nobody has their phone, nobody gets blamed and everybody eats the food.
Absolutely.